So AOL finally has a hit, and we at TechCrunch are here to cover it. Tiffany Shlain, who's been on my show before, has produced a set of short videos. The Future Starts Here. Launched in October. It's already had many millions of views. Tiffany, congratulations on The Future Starts Here.
Thank you.
And welcome again to TechCrunch TV.
It is so great to be back here. We have to do this more often.
We must do many things more often, Tiffany. So tell me, The Future Starts Here. Tell me about the project, how AOL came to it, and what it is.
Well, I run a film studio in San Francisco, and we were happily working on another film called The Science of Character. And I got a call out of the blue from someone from AOL. Was like, I want you to do a series. And I was like, we're busy. I don't make films for other people. And then she's like, complete creative freedom, nice budget, anything you want to do.
How much?
I'm not gonna talk about that on here. I run a business. Anyways, and then they're doing shows with Sarah Jessica Parker and Gwyneth Paltrow, and they said you can be the idea show. And
so they didn't come to TechCrunch. They came to you.
They came to me. They came to me. But so after a while, I kept thinking about there's so many subjects I'm interested in about technology's evolution with humanity and subjects I think are important. And it was exciting to make a whole bunch of shorts because I started in shorts, then I made a feature connected. And I think the ultimate challenge is to take a complicated idea and make it like 3 to 6 minutes. So Mark Twain once said, I'm sorry I wrote a long letter. If I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter. Because writing concisely about complicated issues is like the ultimate creative challenge.
So how many millions of views have you had?
It's just launched several weeks ago. We've already had 5 million, and it's really exciting. I mean, because it was, nothing, it's very different from what's out there. I mean, it has a lot of humor, a lot of animation, but I'm looking at some pretty big issues. We have, we're covering everything from robots to tech etiquette to being a working mother in the 21st century to one called idea porn, and then we end on a case for optimism. I'm sure you love that one.
Me, the most optimistic man in this room. So Tiffany, talk me through. We're going to intersperse this interview with a couple of highlights from the shows. Idea porn.
Idea porn. It is. I was invited on this crazy adventure to take a flight from SFO to London.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I told you about that. British Airways and the United Nations, and it was like a hackathon all night in the sky.
Who else was on the show, or on the flight?
There was lots of interesting people. Gina Bianchini, Van Jones, Craig Newmark. It was Megan Smith from Google. It was a great experience.
We are taking off. I'm happy. There's all these lovely people.
And as I was headed towards the clouds, thank God my data was in the clouds and I got a new phone. We were given the challenge to think about how to engage more people in math, science, and engineering.
It's chaos in here! Chaos!
Did we solve all the world's problems? No. But we came up with 22 good ideas off that plane.
How many ideas do we have? Show us all these brilliant ideas. Oh my gosh. That is so many ideas.
It was total innovation and creativity, 30,000 feet in the sky. A new kind of mile-high club.
A little harried out there. A whole bunch of alpha people.
But I use that as a jumping off point to explore the history of thinking and the digital divide and how diversity of perspectives is where we're, that's where we really want to go. So it's when we get everyone on the planet connected is we're going to really see true innovation. So,
is the future diverse or monocultural?
I think we are moving towards diversity. I have no doubt about that.
Net etiquette, because I know you have some strong feelings on that.
Yeah, everyone's becoming total jerks with their cell phones. So I kind of took it upon episode 3, called Tech Etiquette, and I kind of give a little history of etiquette, and I expose what I think are the true grievances of the 21st century. We have a moment in there called cellular circle jerk.
Cellular circle jerk?
We have how emails shouldn't be too long. It's got a lot of humor, but I definitely use the humor to tap into much bigger issues that we need to be aware of with our use and overuse and abuse of cell phones.
Is there anything that people do with cell phones that annoys you?
Yes.
Okay, raise your hand, raise your hand. Yes.
When I'm at like a sleepover or something with my friends and I kind of just want to talk and they're texting the whole time, it's really annoying.
Always with the phone. I want to talk to them. Wait a minute.
When people pull out their cell phones at the dinner table.
My #1 relationship is right here.
The movie you made last year, Connected, does talk about that.
Yeah. You know, in a lot of ways, a lot of these episodes they kind of spiral out from Connect. All my work kind of Connected was the mothership of my exploration of the good, the bad, and the potential of technology. And a lot of these episodes kind of go deeper into those issues.
Tech Shabbat, what's that?
Well, my family and I, since my father died, we unplug 1 day a week, every week, for almost 4 years now. And it's completely changed my life, my family's life. So 1 day, no screens. And so a lot of people ask me about it, so I made a 6-minute film about the history of taking time off in every different religion and culture, and how profound it's been for my family.
And my family and I decided to completely unplug from technology 1 day a week. We call it our Technology Shabbats. We've done it every week for more than 3 years, and it's completely changed my life.
It's interesting. I was thinking about you. I was at a conference in Italy, and there was some typical academic guy talking about something called digital dualism, where he says if you give up technology, you're fetishizing it. The challenge is not this digital dualism where either we use it all the time or not at all. What's your response to that?
I don't agree with that. I mean, I've heard, I think the thing is so many people are on one school. Either they think it's going to solve every problem in the world, or they think it's horrible and destroying civilization. Would that be you, Andrew Keen? Anyways, I'm in the middle because I really vacillate. I love technology. I love everything it's doing, but I think we're overusing it. And nothing replaces eye contact, nothing replaces being present with the people that you love. And for me, you know, this idea of Shabbat is thousands and thousands of years old, to take a day to separate work from leisure and to put your mind in a different mode of thought. And I think today, the 21st century, that's about turning off screens and not being interrupted or available to other people. So for me, it's absolutely been about the boundaries I've set.
What's been the response to some of the more critical elements in the shorts?
Well, what's been exciting to me is we wanted to trigger conversations. So the viralness of all these videos, I mean, there's tweets and Facebook and all these articles, and we want to elevate the conversation. I mean, there's a lot of people watching, you know, cats on robots in shark suits on the internet. And I think what AOL wanted to do and has done is elevate what's out there, and I wanted to elevate the conversation. So people are going to, you know, they're laughing, there's a lot of humor, but they're about deeper issues, and then people are having these deeper conversations, and I'm seeing people write these articles or blog posts about their response to the films, which is, the goal is to raise the conversation.
Is AOL now really just becoming a media company?
Oh, I definitely think they're a media company. When I was deciding whether to do this, I called one of my mentors because I was very much on the fence. I was busy. I had to hire another production company to do this and scale. I was like, should I do this? And my mentor said, Tiffany, 5 years ago—
Who's your mentor?
Anna DeVere Smith, who's a playwright and actor, director. And she said 5 years ago, it would have been the film studios, and today it's AOL, saying, carte blanche, do whatever you want. Do it. Raise the conversation. And when she said that, I'm like, she's absolutely right. And you know, AOL's got an amazing slate of shows right now, and they're rolling them out every week, and I'm really happy to be part of it. And it's, I was so apprehensive about, you always hear about studios giving you tons of notes and trying to change your vision. They did not do that at all. They gave me complete creative control. And so as an artist and a filmmaker, it was a dream to do that.
It's funny how all these tech companies now are coming back to content. Marissa Mayer now is just reinventing Yahoo as a content company.
Yeah, well, it's so funny. I hate the word content. It feels like so boxy.
Well, what word would we use?
I don't know. It just always makes me cringe. But I know it's the word that's being used. But content is this very,
Well,
like,
creative.
it's like a box. What?
Creative.
Yeah, like, but I think it's, excuse me, it's ultimately about engaging people. And I do that through films and talks, and just like you, engage people to wrestle with ideas. A lot of people are engaging through entertainment, which is fantastic, and I'd love to mix that entertainment with some deeper ideas.
Tiffany, you're famous. You founded the Webbies. You're iconic, especially your hat. So AOL called you out the blue and offered you a huge amount of money to make a series of shorts. That doesn't happen to most people. There are going to be a lot of people in the audience who want to be creative, who are creative, who are struggling still with finance. What advice would you give them?
Well, I think that YouTube has democratized that market. I mean, there was a screening of Connected at YouTube Studios. They built this amazing studio in LA where they invite their YouTubers, their creators, to make what they're making in really amazing film studios. So I think YouTube, if you have an idea, I mean, when other in history has there been a time where if you have an idea, the tools are cheap, the distribution channels are available, you can put something out, throw it against the receding wall of the internet, throw a piece of spaghetti, see if it sticks, see if you're engaging with people. So I think do it. I mean, I'm a big believer, if you have an idea, do it. You have all the tools available.
Later this month, we have an interview with a young woman, Heather Schlegel, who raised some money on Kickstarter to do a series of shows about the future of money. Is Kickstarter and Indiegogo, are those good platforms for filmmakers?
Absolutely, I should have mentioned them. I mean, that I kind of, in one of the episodes in Future Starts Here, it's called The Participatory Revolution. And it is all about, you know, I couldn't afford to go to film school. It was too expensive. I was supposed to be a doctor. And anyways, I didn't go to film school. Today, every tool and used to be so many doors shut to people that wanted to create the money, the expensive film equipment, and now you have Kickstarter and Indiegogo, you have all the tools, you have YouTube that can distribute it, you have Twitter and Facebook that can help you tell people about it. It's all there. It's all available to everyone. But
you do need someone like AOL to write the check.
If you want to make a certain level, but I think you could explore a lot of issues without the level that we did. I mean, we spent a lot of time and people to make these, but listen, some of my favorite stuff comes out of just nowhere, and it's just like one person with a camera with a creative idea.
So the series is where? How many shows have we seen?
Actually, they were released all at once, which is the way that they're doing it. So if you go to, you know, AOL Future Starts Here, or you can just go to my site, TiffanyShlain.com, you can actually watch all 8 episodes in a row, which a lot of people are doing, or you can bounce around. Or if you're in my community, we're kind of featuring one a week. So we just did Tech Etiquette. Next week, we're doing Why We Love Robots, and then Participatory Revolution. Anyway, so it's been fun. That was interesting creatively to, like, people could, I hate the word binge watch. I like to think of it as feasting, but people do watch them like 45 minutes in a row of all the episodes.
So now you fixed the future. What's next for Tiffany Shlain?
The new film we're working on, we have the release of The Science of Character, which is all this new neuroscience and social science on how to best develop your character strengths. And then our new film is called The 21st Century Brain. What's the evolution of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, and what are the tools and skills you need to flourish in the 21st century?
Well, I imagine one day you'll take off your hat and show us a 21st century brain. Next time you come on your show, we'll have to do that. Tiffany Shlain, honor and pleasure, as always. Good luck with everything, and congratulations on all those millions of views on AOL.
Thank you.